Hello guys, today we are doing something new. It's actually not working on the car. We're going to be working on my Wildcat Trail 700. I actually just got this about a couple months ago, and today we are going to be putting a winch on it. And this winch is from Harbor Freight. It's the new ZXR line, so they're supposed to be a lot better. Comes with one of these plug-in remote as well as a wireless remote, and so that will be kind of handy, even though I actually bought a switch that we're gonna put in the dash. Where did I put that switch? It's a good question, but I bought a switch to go right in here. I just don't know where I put it, so I'll have to find that, but it's around here somewhere. And then I'll show you guys how to wire that in, since we'll have to probably cut and splice off this controller and just use these wires, which will work just fine. But I hooked up to my battery box just to make sure it's gonna work. I don't want to get it all installed and have it not work, because you never know what you're gonna get. But this is a 2,500 pound, and I'm just pretty much using it only for a winch, and you know, you never know what's gonna happen. But I got it for a winch. So I also bought the synthetic rope for it as well, just because it's a lot nicer in my opinion, and I like the looks of it. So bought that, and so we'll put that on last after we get it all mounted up. But the nice thing about this thing is it already has all the brackets, so you got to take this cover off right here. My nice box in there, which is awesome. I love that thing. And we need to pull off this cover right here, which is gonna be, you have, I think, a T30 there, T30 there. I think there's a couple under here. Yep, one there, and then that should be it. But I'm gonna get that removed, and then we'll start getting this winch mounted. Okay, yeah, that's pretty easy to unmount. So let's turn this power off and unhook these. Yours won't be hooked up already, but since I tested it, which I think everybody should, just, you don't want to get it all in and have it not work. So let's put that back on. Okay, so the winch is going to mount in there like that, like so. I believe it did come with some bolts, and then you can see there should be some bolt holes for this already. So we need to bring it, it's gonna sit just like that. So let me see what we have in here. Okay, so this has 4 holes. I know there's some winches that will automatically just bolt up to this one, but this Badland will not, unfortunately. So I'm cutting 2 6-inch brackets that are 1/4 inch thick. I'll drill them, mount them to this, and then I will drill the holes for those. So that's what I'm doing right now. You don't have to go this wide, but this is what I had, and so this is what I'm going to use, and it's going to be strong. So, but yeah, this, I think, 1/4 inch thick, so very very strong, so it's not going to flex or anything. So I'm going to finish doing that, paint it, or drill the holes, paint it so it doesn't rust, and then we will get this winch mounted. Okay, so I got my plates made. I messed up on this one, so I gotta redo it. I drilled the holes in 2 separate spots on accident, but that's okay for video purposes. So it's gonna be bolted up right up here. And same with that one. Then we'll put our winch in there, mark the holes, and drill them. So I'm gonna get these bolted up and mark them, and then I'll show you guys how we're gonna mark them and drill the next holes. Okay, so we have the plates bolted up. Don't mind how they're uneven. The top one I accidentally drilled the wrong spot, so I'll be fixing that, but disregard that for now. Now we throw our winch in and we could line up where we're gonna mount the holes. So I need to pull some of the wire out, put it through there, the cable, just so it's not in the way, and then we will mark our holes and get them drilled. Okay, so we have our brackets all made and it lines up perfect. Had to do a couple different things to get it to work, but we got it to work fine. Now I painted them so they don't rust, but I think we should get this mounted next. And should be fairly simple. I want to pull, you guys, not everyone's gonna have this box, it's an aftermarket thing, so I'm gonna pull that out and look up space, and we're gonna have to run one of these wires into the cab and into the battery, which is under the passenger seat. So I'm gonna pull this box out real quick. Okay, here's the passenger seat to get access to the battery. There's a little lever right here. Pull that, you'll have the seat out. And there's my switch I was looking for. Winch in, winch out. I'll show you guys how to wire that up. Here's the battery. So we're gonna have to remove it, but I wanna run the wires underneath all this, and then we'll mount this box. I'm not sure we're gonna mount this box yet, but I'm gonna get this battery pulled out. Okay guys, this is the factory cable it comes with for the winch, but since I'm putting it in a switch, into the switch, I'm pulling it out of this, and there's 3 wires. You have a red, blue, and black, and super easy to plug in. You just plug them into that switch and it works. I just got done testing it. So if you want to do that, it's easy. It's, you know, like $6 to buy one of those switches, and you can still keep this one if you ever want to. The nice thing about these Badland and these new ones is they have a wireless remote as well, so you don't even have to be next to it since it has a wireless remote, but it's just up to you what you always want to do. Okay, so we're getting the wires ran finally. There's our wires for our motor, and then I'm gonna zip tie these and put some loom around it. So I buy some, and I got that box mounted. It's just using the factory. It only has 1 bolt through it, but that should be good enough. And then here's these wires down in here, which we're gonna have to zip tie. Keep these away from the drive shaft. 2 will go to the battery, the other one will go to our switch right there. So we're getting ready to put this back together. I'm just gonna run these wires nice, zip tie it into the loom, and then we'll start putting this together. Okay, so hopefully my brackets are almost dry so we could get this winch on. But I got all the wiring ran. You can see I mounted my box right there. Ran the wires down, zip tied them. I know those are coolant lines, but they're not gonna get hot enough to worry. So then I ran it down there to here. Here's the one for the switch is right here. That will be plugged in right there. And then these will run to the battery, which is right here. And I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put this box yet. It depends how the battery fits. So I'm gonna throw the battery in right now. And I'm not gonna hook them up yet, but I'm just gonna start putting the inside back together since we're done in here. And then we will start working on getting this winch mounted. Okay guys, this is how it's gonna mount. So I got my brackets right there. Yeah, they're ugly. So those 2 holes right there actually go into the winch itself, into the motor. And so those ones are on, and then these 2 on the end will go into those bracket holes over there, and these ones right there will go through that bracket right there. So actually I only had to drill those 2 holes in these brackets that I made, and then 3 holes total. So I just gotta tighten these up, and then we will get it all mounted in. Okay, we got the winch all done. Well, we got the winch all mounted. There's all the cable that I'm getting rid of. I'm putting in this synthetic rope because it looks so much nicer. In my mind, you don't have to do this. This is just extra, but there's a Allen head right here. Loosen that up. Okay. Now we'll put our end of the synthetic rope in. Okay guys, synthetic rope is on. I think it's time we get this piece on, cut it out for the mount, and finish this thing up. So to do that, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I think I'm just gonna guesstimate and hope it looks good. But I'm gonna use a razor blade and heat it up with the torch and cut it so it looks all nice and smooth. So I'm gonna do that real quick and then we'll get this put on. Okay guys, it is cut out. It's pretty easy. There's already a spot. I just used a razor blade and a torch. Dremel would be better, but I don't have one. So that's what I did. I'll clean it up a little bit more with some sandpaper. But yeah, there it is. Let's get this thing on now. Okay guys, the winch is all on. Everything's all done. You see the wires are nice right there. I could need to get some loom, but works great. Wireless remote. Put my winch button right there. It's kind of not hard to do. It's just time consuming, but hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully I'll have some more content on this vehicle and it will be actually better. That one was kind of a pain to record just because I'm lazy, I guess. But thanks for watching and hope you guys enjoyed.